Bourbon, the snake charmer. Bourbon, the snake charmer, was a part of um, the 100 exams. He was cool enough to make it through the fourth phase, but not through the fourth phase. He was one of the ones that got phased out. Like, when I mean phased out, I mean he died. He had no fucking chance. He did have a chance, I lied, but he ended up dying because Ponzu ended up poisoning him. But Bourbon, still got a last laugh, for a little bit, because guess what? He trapped Ponzu inside of the cave. And another thing was, not just Ponzu was, fucked for a little bit. It was, Leorio, because he was looking for her. Leorio needed her badge. So then Leorio goes into the cave, and then Ponzu's like, guess what? You can't leave. Because guess what? If you leave, you're going to get poisoned. And he's like, by you? And he's like, no, by these snakes. These snakes are everywhere. They'll attack you if you try to leave. He's good at setting those kind of traps. But, like, he ended up dying. Even when he was dead, though, his traps are still effective. Because Leorio got tagged by, one of the snakes. And he got, snake venom in it. But Bourbon, the snake charmer, he needed some bourbon before he died, but he didn't have none. But, he could have got a last drink, but he wasn't going to. But he at least set up a trap so to make it harder for the other people. But it still didn't. All it did was that made it harder for him. But they still, got past his, trap. Not without Leorio getting poisoned, but he was, one of those poison experts too. But more with the snakes, snake trap. So this guy, his strength 82%, 80 for his speed, and 82 for his durability. 81 for his endurance, and 84 for his intelligence. 85 for his experience, and 80 for his close skills. Range skills are 85%. Recoup is at 77 and 81 for his hack. So overall power score for Bourbon, 81.7. Bourbon, the snake piper, the snake tamer. Bourbon, he just died on that island. I guess they kept his body there, and not that cave is like cursed with snakes. But I don't know. It was never seen again. Because he died. Remember, or be cool, go on the corner.